When I started making beats, I was pretty much making like a beat a day after school, putting it up on SoundCloud. And that's the kind of ethos of this project, where I just make music in a day, put it out the next week. This year, I feel like I've been trying to write my album and work on stuff, but because I'm like, oh, I've got a year and a half to work on this album, I'm pretty chilled about it. But like the good thing about this project is I've been do you know what I mean? This has been the main focus for the last 5 days. So I worked with Jess Carmody at first day, and we've done a lot of writing together. I actually started playing for Jess about 5 years ago. I played guitar for her when she was like doing gigs around where we live, basically, because she lives up my road. It's nice to work from home because it means I can just wake up and I don't have to leave the house. It's pretty chill. I normally work from my bedroom, which is like a tiny room, not much space to walk around. But my mum let me use her studio. She's an artist, and she let me use her space for the 5 days, and it's just really nice to have a bit of space. I mean, it's got a nice little view of London. It's kind of creatively, it's a really nice space to work. It's meant that we can. I don't think the music would have been the same if I was doing this in my room. Like, it's amazing how a change of scenery can make a big difference creatively. It was the first session, so I was just like, we can do whatever really, and we just. I think I started making a beat. She came with a concept that she wanted to write about that moment where you kind of meet someone and you sort of fall in love with them for the day, and then you don't see them again. So she kind of knew what she wanted to write about. Kind of started off in more of a K Tronada sounding record, and then I ended up playing this guitar part on the chorus, and it sort of sounded more like my kind of stuff and a bit more disco. Yeah, this is day 1 of the 5 days mission, and
it's fun so far.
Yeah, it's fun so far.
Doing something dancey for a Monday morning, which is nice.
Yeah.
In the office. Felt like an exam when I came in. There's like this paper and it's like 2 pencils and a pen that doesn't work actually.
Does it not work?
So we should speak to Carol about that. It was only a kiss. Still plays on my mind. How can I miss what was never mine? Heart bouncing at the sound of your name. Will I ever feel this way again? It was only a kiss. It was only. I was feeling pretty relaxed like an hour ago, but now it's getting dark and I'm a bit hungry. I'm thinking like, shit, I've got to get on with it actually. And like the longest thing is mixing, so that's what I'm a bit like, getting all the levels right, the EQs, getting it all to sound right sonically. It can take hours. So yeah, hopefully I'm not, come 9 PM, KO.
I just literally tweeted him, yo, what's going on? Your music's cool. My girlfriend told me about you. He was like, yeah, man, cool. We should do some stuff. And I said, yeah, I'm down 100%. And then we just ended up in the studio.
I really love bouncing ideas off people and collaborating and having two flavors together. And that's kind of the beauty of working with someone who's interested in the music, because you can just share ideas.
I want that running throughout my whole verse. For this. Yes.
Yeah, we should decide on the like. Because I like this as well, but I like it's a bit darker, this, I think.
I definitely believe that it's been a good thing, me linking up with a producer who's completely not in my field of music. I even asked Tom, do you know much about grime? And he said, if I'm totally honest, I don't. And that was a breath of fresh air for me, because now I feel like I can fully bring my element to the table, and it's amazing because it's opened a part of my brain what will allow me to work with people who completely don't know about me. It gives me a sense of freedom.
Yes.
I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I don't know where to go with it. Like,
I know where to go with it.
Do you know what I mean? We could take it like.
Bro, we could take it to the maximum level.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Everything was so freestyle and everything was so DIY that I just feel like we really managed to get our own vibes out in a way that I would do it and in a way that Tom would do it himself.
The cool thing about hearing Novelist's flow over a beat that I've made is that I actually really rate. I love his flow. I love the way he phrases stuff, and I love the way he says stuff when he raps. You know, I think it's sick. And it's very London, kind of reminding me of growing up in London. That was cool.
I'm in the air like Bluetooth. Love will bring you a new youth. Accept what's coming your way. In your life, it's a new truth.
It definitely sounds like a mesh of two completely different vibes, and it's like something unheard of. You know what I mean? It's like a soulful sound with a fast UK London element to it, but it doesn't sound wrong. It sounds like something of the past and something of the future. You know what I mean? So I'm very happy with the result that we've come out with.
Because Novelist makes beats, and I was just kind of like listening to his beats, and what I love about them is they have a lot of energy. So I've tried to bring that to the beat I started today, but then it's got my touch on it. But it's got the elements like the kick drum and kind of 140 BPM hard banging drums. And yeah, he's just written some beautiful lyrics over the beat. So I'm super happy with today. I've been a big fan of Will's voice for I heard him like 3 years ago. I think my sister put me onto him or something, and I was like, this guy's got the sickest voice. And I've been trying to get in the studio with Will for a while. It just hasn't really happened, and then he said he's down to do this project. So it was a pleasure to meet him and work with him, and he's just got the maddest voice. I was kind of relaxed about that day because I was just like, whatever I do, Will's gonna give me the maddest vocals. So like when you're in the producer's seat, it helps to have someone who you're really confident in with their vocals and stuff. And he's just sick. Yeah, I mean, once again, it was just like the first idea that we started. We just went with that. I think I started with like some subby kick drum that I started hitting as a joke, and then it actually sort of became the direction of the track.
I listened to his music and I thought it was funky, and that's what I like a lot, and that's what I listen to a lot of as well. So it's like knowing that he makes that music, it just made me feel very comfortable. Knowing that like whatever, you could literally do anything and it'd be funky, so let's do this. We basically started off with a beat, and I started talking about what I've been going through a little bit. I basically needed to get out of the city to get a new perspective and appreciate actually all the things I had. So it's just about going into nature and finding that. So we wrote loads of lyrics, and that Tom just wrote some beautiful chords, and yeah, everything flowed pretty naturally.
Sometimes I need to get away to find myself a brighter day. Sometimes I need to find a way, 'cause it gets hard, so hard to stay. 'Cause I know I'm a lucky man, I just need to understand. Loving each other is a major plan. Loving each other is a major plan. 'Cause I was drowning in city lights, couldn't perceive what was wrong from right. Working all day, all through the night. Working all day, all through the night.
Yeah, I've known Cardi for a while. We went to the same jazz group at South Bank we went to like this jazz teaching thing on Sundays, and that's, I met him like 5 years ago, and he's just a sick saxophone player.
It turned up, we kind of just started jamming and just playing through some stuff and playing some random chords, and we really didn't know what direction we were going.
I wanted to get some instrumentalists in for a couple of days, you know, switch it up. And I treated that day as a chance to just play my guitar and jam with him and come up with something a bit, you know, stuff that I used to do when I was studying jazz guitar at uni. I'd just kind of jam with people and you know, play funky guitar chords.
You heard it, you heard it.
We can just do crazy shit with this. You could do crazy. Just do anything, man.
Being able to jam with someone who has just seriously advanced knowledge as well, like it's just incredible. And the stuff you can create when you're just playing with someone who has ideas and imagination like that, it's brilliant.
Everybody get down, get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down. Everybody get down, get down, get down.
It might be my favourite track today. I think, you know, I started the session thinking it's going to be hard to. I mean, I didn't know what we'd make. I knew I wanted to do something different, and what I hadn't done yet was something kind of cinematic.
I've worked with Tom before on other projects with his own stuff and remixes, and we've always got on really well. And as soon as I had the opportunity to work with him again on this project, I was really excited about it. Yeah, so we started looping some ideas and started to build up some chord progressions, and then from there just tried to develop it into something that was creating a cinematic sound, something big. We knew that we wanted to make something that sounded very orchestral. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we both share a lot of the same interests. Tom grew up playing violin as well, so he completely understands the sound that we wanted to create. I think we did a really good job in terms of turning something around in a day and making it sound as big as we could.
You wouldn't know that one violinist played all those parts. You know, it sounds like a full orchestra. Before I started the project, I had no idea what I was going to do, and I did not expect to come up with the songs that have come out of this week, so I'm hands down super happy.